Boys and girls, Apollo's back with some transfer updates, and you guys have probably been seeing the feeds and the news that Maitland-Niles has been saying, yeah, maybe it might be time to kiss Arsenal goodbye. Dude, man, you should have gone last year. For both parties, I think, because when you look at it, it was 25 million that Wolves put on the table. And not just that, but this was a guy who just broke into the England team and he was bossing. In our run, forget the FA Cup run, because people forget it wasn't just the FA Cup that we were playing well in, it was the league as well. Yeah? When you look at all them games where we were just bossing around, we would beat Liverpool in the league, we was going on a massive stretch of games where we were just bossing it. And I think what we got to think about now is that when you look at the fact that you've developed and built someone up to that level, and then you just don't use them. I mean, you know, for me, part of the biggest reasons was Aubameyang's form on the back end of last year, Martinez, and then Maitland-Niles, who was a monster in the midfield, started every single game. Yes, the formation was slightly different. Man was taking out Mane, he was taking out Sterling, he was marking out some of the best attackers in the league. And Martinez was in goal, top goalkeeper, best in the league, I've always said. And it really showed in terms of our FA Cup win. But it wasn't just the FA Cup win, guys. As I said, our form in the league also improved as we went away to play games like Liverpool, City and all that stuff. And I think for me, what kind of highlights the fact with Maitland-Niles is you get a guy who is made those improvements, then he breaks into the England team, Wolves wanting for 25 million, and then you said no. And then you don't play him. Not only do you not play him, yeah, because remember, in the first half of the season, we struggled. We might have the second best record in the league from January this year, but in the beginning of the league part, we struggled. And we struggled because Aubameyang had those niggling injuries, he was off form, all that stuff was going on with his mum. Maitland-Niles, you weren't playing him, which led to you having to loan him in the new year. And you sold Martinez. So a lot of people are thinking, well, what is going on? It's like there's a structural difference to the people who was providing you excellence on the back end of last year. You just weren't utilising those people. Not with all faults in terms of Aubameyang. But then with Aubameyang, look, I'm not really sold on all of that. You know, nobody who scores that amount of goals every single year goes bad all of a sudden. That just doesn't work. And that tells you, when you look at all the league tables, which we have done, lowest chances created, lowest shot attempts, it's the team. It's the whole setup, it's the creativity. There's a reason why Arteta went for Odegaard, there's a reason why they were looking for Aouar, there's a reason why they were looking at Buendia, and all of this is because the team is lacking creativity. So it's a structural problem which has to be fixed outside of that. I believe, in my opinion, that once they get the midfield right, Aubameyang would be banging goals in again. But that's just my personal opinion. But with Maitland-Niles, not only have you kind of cut your nose off to spite your face, but you've devalued the player as well. So you're not going to get 25 million offered for him this year. It's just something that's not going to happen. But on top of that, guys, it looks like Villarreal are interested in Bellerin, so that's something which we have to think about. Well, we don't have to think about it, the player does, because he ain't starting for us anymore. That's Callum Chambers' job now. So good luck with that, Bellerin, and whatever you do, mate, blessings to you, and we just hope him well. The other thing is the same as with Bernd Leno. We're looking at the Ajax goalkeeper coming in now. That looks like it's definitely going to happen. A price around 7 million that I'm hearing. In regards to what Arteta is saying, he's come out and he said, look, we are going to be very busy. There's going to be a lot of ins and outs. And he ain't wrong, because first of all, he knows his team ain't good enough. He knows he's got a plethora of players there that are just not cutting it. He's given them the chance. He can't say, look, I didn't give you the chance, to the likes of Willian and all the other players who have let him down. He can't say that. He has put you front and foremost, yeah, and given you everything that you've needed to succeed. And those players have just let him down and they haven't done a job for him. So it is what it is. Time for him to move on in another direction, and I'm glad really that Arteta's come out and said that. He's not happy. He said we need to get back into the top four. And because of that, we're going to be making wholesale changes. And look at the amount of players they got rid of in the new year, in January. A ton of players. We haven't seen that many big top players. Yeah, let's talk about big top players in a team on high wages removed from the team. And I say removed, I mean literally told. Arteta's like, I'm not even putting you on the list. I'm submitting to the FA and UEFA. Yeah, so you need to go and find another team. That's what he was like in January, is that we're going to try as hard as we can to move you on. And the same is going to apply this summer. You know, we still have the likes of Klasnach around. Don't expect him to stay. Guendouzi now, whether it's Monaco or whether it's another team that they're looking at in France, I believe there's 3 teams that are out for him. But we'll have to wait. Look, money talks. Make an offer, put a bid in. That's how it all works. Yeah. People can talk as much as they like, unless you're actually putting something tangible down on the table, then Arsenal have got nothing to work with. So we just have to hope that those things go through. I want to clear up a slight little inconsistency that I've been hearing. It's something I've been sort of throwing words around with Charlie Watts about Arsenal's budget, and if we sell Xhaka for 20 million, then we've got 20 million to spend in the transfer market. And Arsenal fans were doing that last year with Martinez. Yeah, we sold Martinez for 20 million. Now we can reinvest it in the transfer market. Are we not? So are we, guys, have we just completely forgotten about the money that we owe? And look, Pepe was a deal that was paid over multiple years. That down payment on Pepe was a down payment. We still have to pay, 20 million a year. So when Martinez was sold last year, where do you think that 20 million went? So if Xhaka is sold, all this stuff that I'm hearing about, we can reinvest it in this and we can put that money towards Ruben Neves and we can do... Guys, newsflash, we still have to pay for Pepe's deal, yeah? That has to be paid. You can't get away from it. We're the one that took the contract out. Yeah? We agreed to it. So the fact that it's there, we can't ignore it. So any type of money coming in still has to facilitate debt. That counts. So when you kind of start the transfer window, I know this sounds a bit funny, but you're already in a negative because you have to facilitate money. It's got to go out. There's no choices. Yeah? This isn't something you can say, we know what, we'll wait till next year. We don't have to pay it this summer, we'll pay it next summer. Money's got to be paid. So we got to be careful when we're seeing all these things happen, where you go on forums and you speak to your mates and they're saying, yeah, if you sell this person, you get this money, and then we can use it to buy that person. It doesn't really work like that. So in the mix of things, I think we got to be very careful and take time to analyze exactly where we are in the market, how much players we can sell, how much money can come in, and what we do with it. And I think when you look at the fact that what happened with Emi Buendia, and when you look at the fact of the Ruben Neves offer, which is about to go through, and those are being carefully handled because, as I said, you're looking to bring in a few players, yeah. I say 2 or 3, but I say 2 or 3 players of quality, yeah. 20, 30 million worth, 2 or 3 players, good players of quality, not great players, yeah. Don't expect the Aouar deal to be happening for 2 reasons. 1, because Aouar was valued at 54 million, which we ain't got. And 2, because Aouar has come out, I think it was yesterday, I believe, and said that he needs to go to he says he doesn't want to leave Lyon, but he said he wants to go to a team that's in the Champions League. And look, we're not even in the Europa. So when his agent came back with that, I think all signs, doesn't matter what you guys read in the press, yeah? Remember, it's only the press. My sources are saying it ain't going to happen. Aouar does not want to move to a team that's not going to be in Europe. So yeah, he doesn't want to play for a team who's not in the big light. So I think we're going to leave it there and we'll look at things tomorrow and see how it pans out. But we're getting closer to the Euros. We are going to be covering a few games on stream. I talked to the panel. They want to do the England games and they want to do some of the big games as well. So you're definitely going to be seeing us in that respect. And thanks for everybody. Thanks for all the subscribers who have been on hold, and I say on hold, who haven't unsubscribed while I've been treated with COVID pneumonia, and I've been missing for 6 months. So thanks for staying around, guys. But I'm going to be back making a lot more videos now. I'm going to give it a little bit of time as my speech and my voice improves. But yeah, we're going to be around, and thanks for being patient with us. And yeah, big respect to you guys. Nice, peace out. Right back at you guys.